Okay, this is gonna be a quick one. Just wanted to show the latest project to show up around here. This is gonna be a winter project. So backstory before we get into this, well, for anybody that was around when the 8700 showed up, probably remembers Nick Summers, the guy that hauled it for me. Probably, I can't remember if it was last summer, last fall, last spring, sometime last year, I think. It's been a while ago. He texted me, said, "Hey, do you have any interest in any parts off of this Oliver running gear?" I said, "Man, I don't really need any parts. What's wrong with it?" And he said, "The kingpins are stuck, and I have other running gears. I just don't want to put any more money into this one." I said, "Well, how much you want for it?" He said, "If you want it, you can have it." I said, "Nah, I don't know when I'll be able to come get it," but he said, "That's okay. I'm coming to a tractor show over by you next summer. I'll just drop it off when I come." So, okay, sweet. And so it showed up yesterday. Like I said, he gave it to me. It was free. It is, I'm not gonna say it's rough. It's actually not in that bad a shape. The kingpins are stuck, and whoever tried to, he said he didn't really try to free them up. He got it, was gonna do something with it, decided not to, so he didn't really screw with it. But somebody has tried to free the kingpins up because that one's been heated before, and somebody busted the bolt off and tried drilling it and foobarred some stuff, but that's easy enough. Once we get it out, we can put it in the mill, drill that bolt out, and we're good to go. But the kingpins are froze. The only thing missing is, and it's no big deal to make, normally they'd have a big round heavy duty thick washer here with a bolt in it just to hold the kingpin together. These are the pins, whatever you want to call them, for the tie rod. Those are wore out, they'll need remade, but that's easy enough. They're just a standard bolt with a cross hole drilled in it for grease. All the hubs are in good shape, all the wheels turn. This wheel is, I'm not going to call it junk, it's fixable, but the valve stem hole is gone. The other ones, initial inspection, you'll know more once you get the tires off. The other three look decent. I believe, I got to go down and look. I was going to do that and I forgot. I believe those are the same wheels that are on an Oliver 60. The front of an Oliver 60. They look really damn close. Because they're obviously not a standard 5-bolt. I mean, they're a standard 5-bolt pattern, I believe, but they're not just a standard 5-bolt implement rim. They're special with this gear. But it's an Oliver. It's not an Oliver electric. It's tagged as an Oliver gear. It's not. It's a Model 391. Don't know how well you'll be able to see it. There it shows up. It's a Model 391. They were built by a company called Peru. I believe it was Peru Iron Works in Peru, Illinois. They were built 1939, 1940, 1941. So they were only built for 3 years, and then in 1941, Peru moved and was absorbed by Electric Gear, or electric wheel. And at that point on, that Oliver gears they were all electric gears, and all of the tags would have said electric. But this thing was called the Oliver 391 farm truck. It wasn't called a running gear. It wasn't called a running gear or a wagon. It was an Oliver 391 farm truck. So like I say, it's been around a minute, because 39, 40, 41 was the only years it was made. I didn't realize it was that rare of a running gear. Oliver gears aren't all that common to begin. I mean, you can find them, but especially this old. It would have been originally a red frame with green red frame, red hubs, green wheels, and there would have been the big round block Oliver logo here with the 3 wings coming off either side of it. But the tongue is original. I mean, it's all here except for those washers and bolts. There's no cracks that I could see. There's no welds. Basically, the only thing it needs is a new reach put in it, because this is like some fence post pipe or something galvanized that somebody threw in there for something. It's not the right reach tube. But it needs a reach tube, and it needs tires and a paint job and wheels. Well, a wheel, possibly more. Well, no, I'll know when I get them all, get the tires dismounted and get the rims cleaned up. But at least one rim if I don't decide to fix that one. And blast it, paint it, bam, you got a running. Obviously, pull wheel bearings apart, clean them, replace if necessary, or repack if they're good. But I want to find, and I was looking last night and I couldn't find any information on it. It was very hard. I might end up having to call the Floyd County Museum next week, because they supposedly have some literature on them from what I was gathering on some forum posts. But I could not. I was hoping to find either like some sort of operator's manual, because they were usually like 2 or 3 pages long, but they did make operator's manuals for running gears as far as lubrication and loading and whatnot. And I was hoping to find a brochure for it, or one or the other, or both. But sounds like Floyd County Museum has information on this. So, but Fleabait offered, normally you can find brochures and stuff on eBay, and I couldn't come up with anything on eBay or really the internet. I found like 2 forum posts about them, and that was all I could find on the internet, and a couple pictures of restored ones. So being this old of a running gear, it's going to be kind of hard to get information on. But this is going to be a winter project, because what I want to do with it is put a hay rack on it. So then it'll be, hopefully the price of lumber comes down by then. But the running gear restoration itself isn't going to, the most expensive part about that's going to be putting 4 new tires on it, if hopefully you can find new tires. So yeah, so that's the shout out to Nick for dropping it off. It showed up last night about, I think he got here about 9:30, and we flopped it off, and then he was off to Ohio to pick up a John Deere grain binder he was after, and then he was heading up to the show. So but yeah, that's okay. Pass, you fucking dipshit. It's only a 55-mile-an-hour road. Fucking people piss me off sometimes. Anyway, so yeah, shout out to Nick. Thanks for letting me take a whack at giving her a second lease on life. And guess for the rest of you, we can look forward to seeing this winter. It's my plan. I want to get it inside, get it out of the weather, so I'm just going to chop the reach tube and cut it up and scrap it, because it doesn't belong with the running gear. It's no good for a pattern. It's no good for, well, it's no good for dimensions anyhow, because I'm going to stretch this thing however long I need it to put the hay rack on what I want. But I want to find, that's why I want to find a manual, is so I can see what the reach tube is supposed to look like, because the trunnions at the front and the rear, well, the rear one, this pipe fits the rear one correctly. But the front trunnion is the same size as the rear one, and they have this big honking, I shouldn't say big honking, but it's like 3-inch pipe on there, and it's all loosey-goosey. So I'm guessing, well, I don't want to speculate how it's supposed to work, but so I need to find something that'll tell me what the hell the reach tube is supposed to look like and how I'm supposed to put it together, or how it's supposed to go together, so that I can remake a new reach for it that is correct. Push come to shove, we can make it however it needs to be, but I'd rather put it back the way it's supposed to be. So anyhow, don't need a video this long about running gear, so that'll be the next project. So, well, not the next project, but that'll be a project. So I guess that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.